The Alabama Transportation Department trying to end the elevation and the controversy over the Bayway.
Yeah, ALDOT is claiming the feds are making them build that structure more than 200 feet tall. But that's also adding $350 million to the project's bottom line.
Our investigative reporter Brendan Kirby joining us now with a breakdown on the state's detailed response. Brendan?
Well, Byron and Lenise, at the heart of this controversy is whether elevating the expanded Bayway to an average of 8 feet above the current height is required by the federal government. It's not so black and white, but Alabama Department of Transportation officials point to a number of factors they say support their decision. ALDOT cites 4 regulations. The first requires states to consider costs, risks, and environmental concerns. The second calls for the design of interstate highways to have less than a 2% chance of flood impact in any given year. The third mandates that the lowest part of any new bridge offer clearance over the top of floodwater whenever practicable, as they say. And the fourth regulation calls for using National Flood Insurance Program maps whenever they're available to determine whether a highway will encroach on the floodplain. Now, ALDOT officials also note that policy memos written by the National Highway Administration in 2014 and again in 2017 directing federal government agencies and also recommending states take steps to guard against climate change. Taken together, these directives led ALDOT to conclude that they'd have trouble getting any bridge and Bayway project approved by the federal government if they didn't take storm surge into account. They say they also considered reinforcing the current structure as part of a Bayway widening project, but that would have added $1 billion to the cost. And ALDOT says that the whole thing would have had to be replaced in 20 years anyway, because that portion of the Bayway that's there now will reach the end of its design life in 2037. From the studio, Brendan Kirby, Fox 10 News.